This is an energy reading for the nation of Australia from the 26th of March 2020 to the 25th of April 2020 in relation to the entity of Australia, its leaders, its people moving forward in relation to the coronavirus virus. So using sacred geometry cards which discuss the soul of Mother Earth. Allowance. The frequency of allowance invites us to be open to whatever comes our way without judgment, without opinion, without fear, and without resistance. When we allow, the universe becomes our partner in the wondrous dance of existence and its expansion. The sacred geometry card for Australia over the past 20 years and how it relates to this coronavirus virus. Divine masculine. The frequency of divine masculine supports our strong, focused and active side, allowing it to express itself and helping us to bring our dreams and ideas into form with kindness and wisdom. It's 22, it's a master number, breaks down to 4, stability. And it's infused with the blue ray. Where is Australia presently sitting energetically as a nation and an entity in relation to the coronavirus virus? Integration. 33. Movement, travel, creativity. All these factors are playing out at the moment as Australia faces the coronavirus virus. The frequency of integration supports our embrace in every aspect of ourselves, allowing what we perceive as positive and what we perceive as negative to harmonise in a balanced symphony of life. This integration period that Australia is currently facing is infused with the colour yellow with remnants of red and orange. So creativity will play a part moving forward presently, and also communication is very prominent from our leaders with stability, the background of stability. Moving forward over the next 2 weeks, where is Australia as a nation, collectively and energetically? What is it facing? Belief. 11. 11 is a master number. The frequency of belief supports our sense of self-worth based on our gifts and talents and a strong connection to Source. So moving forward over the next 2 weeks, up until the first couple of weeks of April, Australia as a nation will have to dig deep into the reserves of their inner belief and have faith in themselves and their leaders to move forward and collectively beat this coronavirus. Also, there is strong suggestions to connect to the source, with the purple playing prominent here, and the higher soul connecting to source through meditation, through prayer and affirmations. Moving forward over the next 4 weeks from the 26th of March to the 25th of April 2020, how is Australia positioned moving forward in relation to the coronavirus virus over the next 4 weeks? What are the energies at play? Delight. Over the next month, the frequency of delight supports our capacity to create and experience feelings of intense joy and happiness. The more delight we feel, the more delight we invoke in others. Here, this is a clear message to go within, to your heart chakra, and to communicate through joy, happiness, and love to all beings within Australia, all people and all beings, and across Mother Earth. This will help Australia successfully navigate this challenging period. From a deeper perspective, the divine masculine, how it plays out in the 3D world, is its duality of opposites and their internal movements moving towards divine union. Everything is created in pairs, male and female, matter and spirit, empty and full, dark and light, and so on. Without the intention caused by the magnetic push and pull of duals, there'll be no movement. Without movement, there'll be no life as we know it. With the push and pull of opposites is equal, a state of balance is achieved. So for humans to live harmoniously, the feminine and masculine have to be brought into union together, both outward and inward, to a balanced mind of heart, mind and soul. That way, the human beings and society can be fully realised. Now we're moving into a new energy. The enhanced qualities of these two opposites in human nature are urging us to let go of roles that we traditionally assigned in the past, allowing a new masculine and femininity to arrive. The masculine is strong, directed, sensual and balanced, yet conscious, gentle and compassionate. able to facilitate the expression of the divine feminine. Masculine is focused on active, intrinsically connected to material and physical world, providing security, structure, and reason. The dark blue refers to the vast and dark universe and the star systems beyond Earth. And all the linear aspects refer to our masculine. The feminine nature is also part of the true divine masculinity. Belief is the most powerful driving forces towards change and action. Belief can be described as a state of mind we experience when we think that something is true. Up until now, it has mostly been our conscious mind that has determined whether or not we believe something if there is enough evidence, logistic and scientific facts in supporting of a thing which we consider to be true, and therefore we believe it. In the new energy, it isn't enough to rely solely on analytical and logical mind thinking and determine our truths and beliefs. Our world is rapidly being saturated with more multidimensional elements like memories from other lifetimes and dimensions, enhanced extrasensory and psychic abilities, and altered sense of time, multidimensional timelines. This is causing humanity to change the way we think, and science will catch on to this in time with multidimensionality and quantum physics. Moving forward, currently as a nation, Australia will rely on other parts of ourselves beyond the conscious mind to navigate through this exciting new world. We're in a process of discovering how our heart and our intuition are needed and be considered valuable as our analytical mind to determine our beliefs. To thrive at this time, the new energy is co-creational, it's multidimensional. It's essential that we believe in these higher powers. Self-worth and self-esteem is critical at this time in Australia's history. We have to believe that we are powerful co-creators. To dig deep within with unwavering conviction and believe that anything is possible. Changing our reality starts with a deeply rooted belief that we can. The colour pink is associated with universal love and love with oneself and others, with tenderness, care and compassion. Pink brings out the aspect of aliveness, excitement, higher energy and power. The star in the middle can be a beacon of inspiration, indicating our connection to the heavens and the universe and our beliefs. If necessary, the star can be used as a Japanese throwing star, a precise and powerful weapon indicating the power of conviction that is sometimes necessary to blast our way through old ways of thinking. So moving forward into the next 2 weeks, looking at integrating the energies with Australia as a nation. The Yantra is an ancient symbol that literally means sacred instrument. It's formed by 9 interlocking triangles that form 43 smaller triangles in a grid that represents the entire cosmos. This complicated and precise geometry is thought to hold and create powerful energetic patterns and has been used for thousands of years as a tool for meditation and devotion. The Yantra also symbolises the union between the divine masculine and the divine feminine, where the upward triangle represents the Shiva energies, the male energies, and the downward female Shakti energies. The centre point, the Bindu, represents the junction between the physical and the universe and the source. The dark blue refers to the vast deep universe where everything originates. The yellow and gold refers to our inner power and the way we express ourselves and communicate on earth in the physical body. Red is a colour associated with the root chakra, the physical plane, muscle and skeletal system, the health of the human body. The light line and the feminine and the swirling circles are other dimensions and star systems beyond Mother Earth. The energy of integration supports our journey through dualistic realities in which we continuously search for union and completion both within and without. Its frequency reminds us that our manifested world can be when every aspect has its opposite as well. Only when we integrate ourselves, we embrace every aspect of ourselves and everyone and everything, we can find an inner state of equilibrium. We're looking deeper at delight. Delight literally means from the light. Science refers to light as an electromagnetic radiation that we use to measure wavelengths and visible light as a range of wavelengths and variations of colour that we can perceive with the human eye. In the new energy, we are asked to consider the multidimensional attributes of light as fundamental to what we believe as it as well. Light has a quantum attribute and it's non-linear. It is an energy that can be created through consciousness, and consciousness can be created in return. Light influences our awareness, our perceptions, and our realities. We associate the word delight and feelings with pleasure, joy, and happiness. Joy and bliss are considered to have been some of the highest frequencies of all emotions. By feeling joyful or blissful, our frequency goes up. The higher our frequency, the more light we generate and the more we can shine in return. The yellows, oranges and pinks in the image refer to the sun as a symbol of source of light. The beauty of the flower stimulates our feelings of joy, and colours like the sun, bright, warm and stimulating and nurturing. The flower blooms while receiving light, or perhaps it is shining light we are receiving. The flower of life visible within the image represents the grid on which a 3D reality is based. So what is coming very strongly with this message is that spending time in sunshine, outdoors, to improve one's immune system, getting outside and exercising and activating the physical bodies will be instrumental in helping Australian citizens and Australia as a nation to overcome this virus. Also communicating with light, love and joy through the voice, through song, through music, through talking, through affirmations, positive messages through social media and government messaging will also play a key part in helping Australia as a nation between today, the 26th of March and the 25th of April 2020. Connecting with Mother Nature, the most important flower remedy for Australia as a nation from the 25th of March to the 26th of April 2020. Himalayan blue poppy resonates with potential. The Himalayan blue poppy is about fulfilling your potential, especially as a result of current opportunities, an increase in intuition and psychic skills, finding dormant talents and skills, seeing the value of something, having your worth recognized and rewarded. The answer to a question is maybe or possibly with dedication, connection with past life experiences and building on them. You have the power to realize your dreams. So the messages coming through with this Himalayan blue poppy is that Australian citizens and our leaders over the next month will call on their past life experiences and skills and knowledge that they've developed in these past lives in the current life to work together and help combat this virus through many different modalities, whether it be through natural therapies, through aromatherapies, through indigenous healing remedies with the Aboriginals, secrets of the Aboriginals, and through traditional medicine. The challenges that Australia as a nation are facing over the next month are not working to the potential, cynicism, both given and received, and there's no room for any of this energy at this time, as it will greatly impede the flow of what is here. Harder, more dedicated work is required as a nation, both personally and collectively. Things may seem impossible to others to support, so it will be hard to gain. So ignoring your gifts or refusing to try harder and develop them will not lead to success. The animal totem medicine that is present for Australia as a nation for the coming month, both collectively and personally. Dragon. Dragon signifies the supernatural. You are ancient and wise sage. You can shapeshift at will. Mastery is at your destiny. Rise with dignity. So here Australia as a nation is being called to utilize their wisdom from the ages. The dragon is a master of elements of strength, raw energy, good luck, wisdom, achievement, success, confidence, old soul, life force, and magical. Dragon is a mysterious and powerful dynamic totem. It is a shaman and magician's wisest ally. Dragons are pure, conscious energy and can shape shift at will. All four elements, the north, the south, the east, and the west, all have dragon energy. Air dragons control intellect, reason, and illumination. Fire dragons harness creativity, passion, and mastery. Water dragons are depth, insight, intuition. Earth dragons rule wealth, riches, and manifestations. If you are drawn to dragon, you are called to step into your highest potential. You can lift yourself out from mundane struggles and become liberated from the common life. Are you ready? The winged dragon is symbolic of transcendence, freedom, and higher consciousness. It is a symbol for emperors and kings. If dragon is your totem, you are marked for power. Use it well. A purposeful life is a great treasure. Your wings are your breath, your body, the earth, the water, the blood, and the fire is your eternal spirit. Let your life rise from the ordinary, extraordinary. The negatives on the flip side of dragon energy are you roaring around? Have you misused your power in the past? Have you been hiding in your cave for too long and not stepping up to do your part? And are you being reclusive at this time when you needed to step up and play your part? So this dragon energy seems to match into the master numbers of 11, divine masculine 22, and self-belief and self-esteem as Australian as a nation presently. So 11 and 22 are two master numbers. The energies that influence Australia's past, its present, and its future over the next month. So the energies influencing Australia's past over the past 20 years. Energies influencing Australia's past over the last 20 years. Contemplate death and beyond. So the Holy Spirit is descending upon this healing master, and he's helped transitioning the dead to the light through the pillar of light. He holds the key to life. Every day there are aspects of dying and transforming. So this message is an opportunity to reflect upon the process of death for Australia as a nation over the past 20 years. Have Australian citizens taken time to contemplate what happens when they die, and what happens to your soul when you pass over to the other side? These are powerful questions about life and death, and it's impossible to know what you need to work on and how to live consciously. Through understanding death, we learn the secret of life. So, over the past 20 years, as Australia has been going through a major cleansing process where many of their materialistic ambitions were falling away, while spiritual aspirations have become aroused. The fears of death have transformed people to focus on their higher worlds and their higher soul. Australian citizens and as a nation, they've been asked to look at their destructive habits and behaviour and make positive changes to their health and inner well-being. If they do not, this could have potentially serious consequences for their life. Australians who have had close family members pass over, it's important they send them feelings of love and light. So at this time, over the last 20 years, Australians have been looking at death and looking at multiple timelines based on different decisions and how those decisions affect potential realities. As a nation, Australia over the last 20 years has been asked to go back and reflect on their life and look at what abuses of power or harmful actions they have personally caused in their own lives, and look at what good they can do for others, become more loving and generous and compassionate. This has been actioned in the 3D physical reality with the recent bushfire. Presently, what is the energy of Australia? What is the present energy of Australia as a nation in relation to the coronavirus? Love your body. 21, breaking down to a 3. 3 looks after movement, creativity and travel. So currently Australia's citizens are asked to act in creative ways to fulfill their needs, to engage in physical activity, to connect with nature, and to move their physical bodies in a different way that doesn't involve travel interstate or internationally. It is governed by orange, which is a sacral chakra, which manages creativity, and blue, communication. This card asks you, how do you feel about your body? Are you constantly criticizing it? Or do you listen and lovingly nourish and cherish it? Any conscious or unconscious harbored feelings of self-repulsion, rejection, frustration, anger and guilt will start to weaken various parts of the physical body. You're being asked to tune in and work on creating a healthy inner environment. What if you could see your physical body as the most incredibly divine, perfect being? A place that houses your soul. Think about what food, drink, and thoughts and feelings and relationships you entertain in your life every day. When you let go of painful, traumatic experiences you've caused, that you feel unsafe, start to create healthy boundaries with every person and begin to understand more about your divine nature, and your body will become stronger, healthier, and more beautiful. Ask yourself, what are you holding on to in your physical body with outdated programs, experiences, concepts, and feelings that no longer serve you? What situations, practices, beliefs, and eating regimes sabotage your health? Think about feelings that come from those thoughts and actions. Write these down, and every time a negative feeling arises, just replace it with a positive one and stick to that positive feeling moving forward. So this is also a call to action for Australian citizens at this time, to look at healthier practices, to exercise more, to spend more time in the sunshine, to communicate in a more healthy, positive and uplifting manner, to use words wisely to their inner selves and to other people, and to think more consciously about how those words affect other parties, and also to look at clean living, clean eating, and connecting with nature. Moving forward to the 25th of April 2020, how is Australia as a nation dealing with the coronavirus? Release fear. 25 breaking down to 7, which manages the spiritual plane. If you're only seeing one tiny aspect of the picture and this is keeping you stuck in a situation you don't want to be in, stop worrying and stressing. This will only change when you start to take responsibility for creating your own reality. You need to come back to being present in the moment, breathing slowly and deeply. You have an opportunity to create tranquility in your life or to feed fear, or you can make that call. Focus on what you want to experience and bring magic into your life. Don't worry about how it will happen. Just open yourself to receive and focus on the outcome. Release fear. Meditate. Do deep breathing. Ask yourself what you're truly afraid of. Are those fears driving your actions? Face that possibility. Breathe into the fear and release it. And say, I no longer lead you. I no longer need to carry you inside me. I choose to be free, myself, and become loving. I focus on seeing yourself courageously moving through life. So again, this card is asking one to focus on positive outcomes, choosing health, and choosing positive living in connection, harmony with Mother Earth and nature beings, nature spirits and animals, moving forward up until the 25th of April 2020. This is an energy healing, an animal magic healing and sound healing and clearing for Australia as a nation and its people from the 26th of March to the 26th of April 2020 in relation to the coronavirus. This concludes the energy, sound, herein drum healing, the ancient shamanic healing. This concludes the ancient shamanic. This concludes the ancient shamanic healing. This concludes the ancient shamanic and sound healing for Australia as a nation and its people from the 26th of March to the 26th of April 2020 in relation to cleaning the energies and the bacteria and the pathogens with the virus.